How are you, Dave?
I think I'm I'm a little bit more chilled out than John, because I'm a couple of years younger than John.
Oh, Dave, I don't think science has developed a way of testing whether that's true or not, so let's just assume we're the same age.
Okay, fine. So I'm all good, and I've had a fun week.
What have you done, Dave?
I took Hannah out for a birthday meal last
You
Saturday
did,
night.
after revealing the location of the surprise on the show.
She didn't hear that.
Oh, that's good.
She didn't hear that.
So she doesn't listen even when she can.
No.
Was it a genuine surprise then?
Genuine surprise.
And was she pleased?
She was over the moon.
Lovely.
Tell us where you went, Dave.
Went to the First Dates restaurant.
Because you're classy.
We love...
Where is that?
It's in St. Peter's Square in Manchester. So when
is it?
First
Right.
Dates happens
Okay.
in Manchester, this is where it
didn't know
goes.
that.
Fascinating how they changed the layout.
Really?
Yeah, I asked two different waiters about the layout
And
changes.
is it the same waiters?
Was the French man?
No. Merlin wasn't there behind the bar.
So it's none of it sort of exists in the form that...
No, it's completely.
telly.
It's actually just a normal restaurant.
Right.
But
They must
Is
get
it-
so many people walking in and going,
Where's Fred?
yeah.
Well, no, I imagine it does good business for the restaurant, just
Yeah,
out of
that's true.
curiosity. But have you ever seen First Dates?
Yeah. Is it just an incredible amount of sexual tension?
No, we just talked about our children once we got in there. It was fine.
So you didn't like role play it was your first date or anything?
Oh, we did. I did.
Oh,
so,
Dave!
so as you might know, you get an introduction to the man or the woman as they kind of walk round the corner.
Yeah.
And they sit at the bar first, don't they?
Well, no, even before that, outside the restaurant. So one of them's already in the bar, and then the other one will turn up a
Yeah.
few minutes later.
Yeah.
So there's usually a little bit of an intro. So as we got outside and Hannah was made up that we were outside the First Date, so I was like, all right, put these headphones in. In 2 minutes' time, press play. And then
Dave,
and then I legged
cry.
it. And then I legged it off and hid round the corner.
Was it Slide Away by Oasis?
No. No. Can't you see where this is going? And then,
I can't, no.
really?
No.
So in the programme, you then get a little introduction, a little quirky, kooky introduction
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
of the guy, of the hopeful,
Yeah.
the first date hopeful, as they bowl round the corner looking all chipper.
So you've recorded something for Hannah going,
Well, listen,
Okay.
because we've got it here.
have you?
Yeah, we've got
The
it.
recording you made for Hannah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, a bit of backstory.
Yep.
I had an iffy tummy last week.
Oh my
How
God.
does that affect the recording? Do you do it on the toilet?
How does it start with a flush? Jeez Louise.
No, there's just a couple of jokes there. If you didn't know that, would sound weird.
Start with a
Right. So your romantic message to your wife starts with references to your toilet problem.
Well, it wasn't meant. It's playful. I didn't want to go romantic. That's not my style, John.
bit echoey because you're in the lav.
I mess with the form, don't I? And also remember that I love Hannah very much, and any little jabs and pokes is all in keeping with the fun of the relationship, and it's all fine. And also, I do love my kids. I should say that at this point as well. Anyway, this is so Hannah pressed play.
So Hannah's put her headphones in.
So I went, put these headphones in.
You've scampered off into a sort of drainage ditch or something,
Yeah.
and you've said press play.
I've just gone round the corner because
Press
as
play
the
in 2
camera
minutes.
would be positioned in Manchester, it's trained on the corner of this building that
Yeah.
Hannah can see.
Yep.
And I said at 8 minutes past 6, it was 6 minutes past 6. At 8 minutes past 6,
Early C.
press. Well, we were going to the gig afterwards.
Oh, okay.
At 8 minutes past 6, press play. So I knew when she had pressed play, which means I knew at what point I should bowl around the corner.
I love that, in a romantic sort of moment, you've still managed to bring production into it.
Yeah, absolutely. We needed back
God,
time.
you are romantic.
So then-
for Izzy's birthday,
Yeah,
sure, I paid for the meal,
yeah.
but I didn't. There was no.
Only your birthday would involve a pre-record.
I had my USB mic out that morning.
Oh,
there's
Dave.
there's no pressing play or anything.
Right, let's hear it.
So I've nipped round the corner. It's got to 8 minutes past 6. Hannah presses play. Hannah's date for the evening is 37-year-old from Stockport, Dave. Fresh from a debilitating tummy complaint and now confident that a fart will only be a fart, this cheeky chappie is once again ready to ride the locomotive of love without any surprising bowel movements. Dave is looking for a lady who is overwhelmed with the stresses of life, can be prone to emotional wobbles, and will always be too busy to celebrate anniversaries. And when it comes to kids, Dave wouldn't love anything more than to be paralysed and suffocated by the needs of 3 young children, and is keeping his fingers firmly crossed that today's evening companion will be able to tick all these boxes and more. When it comes to looks, Dave doesn't ask for much, with square toes, Wallace and Gromit eyes, and a terrible singing voice his only desires. So, as the sexy legs of Dave approaches, let's see what he makes of his date for the evening, Hannah.
That is so good. Does she love it?
Yeah, she was like, there's a further twist. Outside the restaurant, we didn't realise, but there was a friend of ours who was sat outside with a few mates. Now, to add a bit of visual comedy...
Was this planned?
No, not
right,
at all.
okay.
To add a bit of visual comedy because of the bit at the beginning around the unfortunate tummy troubles, I put on a little bit of a funny walk.
Dave, what is it? What is your problem, man? I know romance can be intimidating and perhaps a little bit embarrassing, but Dave, you're using humour to deflect, Dave, from your emotions.
It was a bit of fun. It was a bit of fun. But
So you've recorded your wife a romantic message where you twice mentioned tummy trouble.
yeah, because it had been a running joke of the week for us because we're very...
And then you walk in with a walk as if you've had an emergency. David, masterman.
I got carried away in the moment.
I love it. I think it's brilliant.
I mean, I envy your openness.
You've got to diffuse these situations. So as that moment, one of my friends' mates, who I didn't know, saw me walking towards Hannah. I went,
thought you'd asked yourself.
It's an awful like that man's asked himself.
Oh, dear.
Then she realises she knows me. She's then shouting at me as I'm doing my little walk to Hannah as Hannah's got headphones in, which kind of ruined the moment a little bit because it was, at that point, very romantic.
Was it? I can't see it.
No. It's a bit of fun.
I'd far prefer that than hardcore romance.
Oh, completely.
What is wrong with you two?
Completely. You couldn't have done that.
I mean, of a gondola in Venice and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No thanks.
No, what you do, first time you ever go out with someone, you go so romantic that the rest of the relationship is completely unsustainable at that level.
Because you set a precedent that can't be maintained.
And then you continually disappoint them for 6 months to 4 years, and then it's over, Dave. So what was the food like?
Food was lovely. It was a really nice restaurant. And then we went to watch Mystery Jets, who are one of our favourite bands. So we went to Manchester Academy and watched Mystery Jets. Rest of the evening was lovely. But what was nice was we also had this little moment that we could keep going back to, having a little bit of a laugh with around how the introduction to the evening went, which is nice to give yourselves these little touch points.
Did you put it in the Hannah and Dave Awards folder?
No, I should do, though. I should do.
Oh, I love the effort you've gone into. That is absolutely brilliant.